Hello, my dear friends. Dr. Cristopher Gardner here. If you've been waking up with tingling fingers, numbness in your feet, or that deep aching weakness in your legs, you're not alone. These signs could be your body's desperate call for collagen, that miraculous protein that holds everything together. But here's the twist. You don't need expensive powders or injections to fix this. Today, I'm revealing 8 collagen-rich vegetables that can naturally rebuild your joints, nerves, and muscles so you can finally say, goodbye tingling hands and weak legs. My dear friends, I want to talk to you today about something that far too many older adults silently endure, brushing it off as just another sign of aging. That tingling in your hands, the numbness in your fingers, the weakness in your legs when you try to get out of bed or stand up after sitting. For some of you, it might feel like pins and needles. For others, it may be a strange sense of heaviness or even pain. And many of you are probably wondering, what's going on? Why is this happening to me? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's not just poor circulation. It's not just getting old. One of the biggest missing pieces behind these symptoms is something you've probably heard about, but never realized how essential it is: collagen. Now, let me explain this simply. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body. Think of it as the glue that holds everything together. It forms the foundation of your skin, your joints, your muscles, and yes, even your nerves and blood vessels. If your body were a house, collagen would be the bricks, the mortar, the scaffolding, everything that gives it structure and strength. But here's the part many people miss as we age. Starting as early as our 30s, our body produces less and less collagen each year. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, you could be producing half as much collagen as you did when you were young. That's a big drop. And when your collagen levels decline, your body starts to show signs, subtle at first, but they grow louder and more frustrating over time. Let's talk about your nerves, especially those in your hands and legs. Every nerve in your body is wrapped in a protective coating like the plastic around an electrical wire. That coating is partly made of collagen. It keeps your nerves safe, helps them transmit signals smoothly, and prevents them from being damaged by inflammation or oxidative stress. When your collagen levels drop, this insulation gets weaker and your nerves become more vulnerable. So what happens? You start to feel numbness, tingling, burning sensations, and even muscle weakness. You might notice your grip isn't what it used to be. You might have trouble picking things up, or maybe your legs feel wobbly, like they can't support you the way they used to. That's not just weakness. It's your body struggling to maintain the structures that keep your nerves functioning properly. And it doesn't stop there. Collagen is also crucial for your joints and connective tissues. It cushions your bones, keeps your tendons and ligaments strong, and allows smooth, pain-free movement. When collagen breaks down, your joints become stiff and inflamed. You might hear clicking, feel tightness, or experience chronic pain when you walk. That contributes even more to the feeling of weak legs. But perhaps the most overlooked connection is how collagen supports your blood vessels. You see, your arteries and veins are lined with collagen-based tissues that give them strength and elasticity. When that structure deteriorates, blood flow becomes restricted. And what happens when your nerves and muscles don't get proper blood flow? They malfunction. They don't get enough oxygen. They begin to break down. That's when the symptoms intensify. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with your hands completely numb, or stood up too quickly and felt like your legs were going to give out? That's your body waving a red flag. It's trying to tell you something important. It's starving for structural support, and that support comes from collagen. Now, I know many of you might be thinking, I've heard about collagen powders and supplements. Should I just take those? And while yes, supplements can help in certain situations, the truth is your body doesn't just need collagen fed to it, it needs the raw ingredients to build its own collagen naturally. That's where real, nutrient-rich whole foods come into play, especially collagen-boosting vegetables. We'll talk more about those in the rest of the video, but I want you to understand something right here and now. You are not broken. Your body is not betraying you. It's doing its best with the tools it has. But the toolbox is getting emptier each year you age if you're not giving it what it needs. And collagen? That's a tool your body is crying out for, especially if you're feeling tingling, numbness, or weakness in your limbs. You see, the beauty of the human body is that it can repair and regenerate even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, but it needs the right building blocks. And when you start supplying your system with the nutrients that trigger natural collagen production, something amazing happens. The nerve pain lessens, the grip strength improves, the steps become more stable, the energy in your legs starts to come back. Why? Because your nerves are healing, your muscles are supported, and your blood vessels are stronger. So if you've been worried about that strange tingling in your hands, that loss of strength in your legs, that constant sense of instability, please don't ignore it. Don't chalk it up to aging and accept it as your new normal. There is a real biological reason for it, and there's a path to reverse it. It starts with understanding how crucial collagen is and how much your body is missing it. In just a few minutes, I'll walk you through 8 specific vegetables that are scientifically proven to boost your collagen naturally. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're simple, affordable, and already available in your grocery store. You don't need pills. You don't need gimmicks. You need to feed your body what it's been missing. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel capable. You deserve to walk confidently, grip securely, and live without discomfort, and it's not out of reach. So stay with me because the solution might be simpler than you think. Let's rebuild your strength from the inside out, starting with collagen. When people hear the word collagen, their minds often jump straight to beauty products, powders, or anti-aging creams. The truth is, collagen is so much more than just something to tighten your skin or reduce wrinkles. It's the infrastructure of your body. It forms your connective tissues, cushions your joints, strengthens your tendons, repairs your blood vessels, and keeps your nerves and muscles operating smoothly. It is your body's invisible scaffolding. But here's the good news. You don't need expensive collagen supplements or injections to support your body's collagen needs, not at all. Your body has the remarkable ability to make its own collagen as long as you give it the raw materials it needs. And where do those materials come from? You guessed it, food, especially vegetables that are naturally rich in the nutrients that trigger, support, and protect collagen production. Now, you might be asking, vegetables? Really? How can vegetables help with something like collagen? That's a great question. And let me tell you something most people don't realize. Collagen is a protein, yes, but it doesn't exist in plants. What vegetables do instead is supply the cofactors, the amino acids, the antioxidants, the vitamins, and the minerals that your body requires to synthesize collagen on its own. It's like this: if collagen is the brick wall, vegetables provide the bricks, the cement, the scaffolding, the workers, and even the blueprint. You give your body the tools, and it knows exactly what to do. Take vitamin C, for example. This vitamin is essential for collagen production. Without it, your body simply cannot assemble collagen fibers. You might remember that sailors back in the old days suffered from a disease called scurvy, bleeding gums, weak limbs, joint pain, all because they weren't getting enough vitamin C. That's a collagen breakdown in action. Now imagine a smaller, slower version of that process happening to people today who eat processed foods but lack vegetables in their diets. It may not look like full-blown scurvy, but the result is still aching joints, weakened blood vessels, poor wound healing, and yes, tingling hands and weak legs. And what foods give you that critical vitamin C? Bell peppers, kale, broccoli, spinach, tomatoes, all vegetables. These are your daily defenders. These are your natural healers. Another big one is sulfur. Sulfur-rich vegetables like garlic and onions help your body produce glutathione, one of the most powerful antioxidants your body makes, and also support the production of collagen and elastin. Sulfur is also needed for the formation of certain amino acids that go into making collagen itself, like cysteine and methionine. And let's be real, your body isn't building anything if it doesn't have those parts. Now let's talk about antioxidants, those little warriors that protect your body from inflammation and free radical damage. When your collagen fibers get attacked by free radicals, they break down faster. That leads to sagging skin, aching joints, and failing muscles. But guess what fights that off? Carrots with their beta-carotene, tomatoes with their lycopene, and green leafy vegetables with their polyphenols. All of these are antioxidant powerhouses that not only protect collagen but actually help stabilize and preserve it. And it gets even better. Vegetables like cucumbers contain a mineral called silica, which strengthens the collagen framework in your skin and joints. You'll often see this in beauty supplements, but why spend money on capsules when you can just eat a refreshing cucumber and get the same benefit, with hydration and fiber included? Here's something else to consider. As we age, we become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. Our stomach acid declines, our digestion slows, and the body becomes more sensitive to oxidative stress. So the need for collagen support actually increases, but the capacity to create it naturally decreases unless we actively make nutrition a priority. That's why these vegetables aren't optional. They're essential. Now let me ask you this. When was the last time you went an entire day without eating a vegetable? For many people, that's a regular habit. They'll eat cereal for breakfast, a sandwich for lunch, maybe some pasta for dinner, and no vegetables at all. What's missing in that day? Not just fiber or color, but the very nutrients your body depends on to rebuild itself. So when your legs feel weak or your hands start tingling, that's not just poor circulation, it's a message. Your body is saying, help me, nourish me, give me the tools to rebuild. And vegetables? They're the most accessible, powerful tools you can use. I want you to picture something with me. Imagine your nerves as delicate electrical wires running all through your body. Those wires are surrounded by insulation, a collagen-based sheath that protects them, allows signals to pass efficiently, and prevents interference. Now imagine that insulation wearing thin, fraying, tearing, breaking down. What happens then? You start to feel numbness. You start to feel weakness, maybe even pain. That's not just aging, that's collagen deficiency in action. But when you flood your body with the right vegetables, the ones rich in vitamin C, sulfur, zinc, magnesium, silica, and antioxidants, you give your body the exact support it needs to rebuild that insulation and restore the signal. Suddenly, the nerves start to function more normally. The muscles respond better. The hands grip stronger. The legs move with more stability. You didn't need surgery. You didn't need shots. You just needed the right nutrients. That's the power of food. That's the power of vegetables. These are not side dishes. They are not just color on the plate. They are medicine. They are therapy. They are prevention and healing, all wrapped in delicious natural packages. Let me be very clear with you. It is never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, your body is still listening. It still wants to heal. It still wants to be strong, but it needs your help. It needs your commitment. It needs your trust. And most importantly, it needs your nourishment. So the next time you prepare a meal, ask yourself, am I giving my body what it needs to build collagen, or am I stealing the chance for it to recover? And then fill your plate with color. Fill it with green, red, orange, and purple. Fill it with strength. Fill it with life. Because with every forkful, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding, you're restoring, you're protecting your future. And I promise you, your hands will thank you, your legs will thank you, your entire body will respond with gratitude. You just have to give it what it's been asking for all along. Let me tell you something that could change how you think about your health, especially if you're struggling with discomfort in your hands, weakness in your legs, or that constant nagging sense that your body isn't functioning like it used to. People come to me all the time and say, Doc, I feel like something's off. My hands feel tingly. My legs are getting weaker. Is it my nerves? Is it my circulation? And while yes, those can play a part, what most people are missing, what doctors often don't emphasize enough, is the power of nutrients. Not just any nutrients. I'm talking about the collagen-supporting nutrients that are absolutely essential to rebuilding the parts of your body that are breaking down. Here's the truth. Your body is an incredible construction site. It's always building, repairing, renewing, even when you're asleep. But in order for that construction to happen properly, you need the right materials. And when we talk about building or repairing collagen, which is the main protein in your joints, skin, muscles, tendons, and nerves, there are a few specific nutrients your body cannot do without, and I want to talk to you about those today. Let's start with vitamin C. This is the ignition key that starts the entire collagen production process. Without it, your body can't even begin making collagen. It's like trying to build a house without a foundation. Vitamin C helps convert the amino acids proline and lysine into hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine, the two molecules that give collagen its strength and stability. So if your hands are tingling or your legs feel weak and you're not getting enough vitamin C, your body literally can't rebuild the nerve insulation, the connective tissue, or the muscle fibers that have started to wear down. Now here's what's shocking. Your body doesn't store vitamin C for long, and it can't produce it on its own. That means you need to be feeding it to yourself every single day. And where does it come from? Not from processed snacks, not from coffee or tea. It comes from whole, vibrant foods like kale, broccoli, bell peppers, and spinach. That's why I always say your fork can be your scalpel or your shovel. It can heal you, or it can dig your hole. It's your choice. Now let's talk about another unsung hero, sulfur. Sulfur is found in vegetables like garlic, onions, leeks, and cabbage, and it plays a critical role in forming and stabilizing the collagen structure. It's part of the connective tissue matrix, the glue that binds your tendons to your bones, your ligaments to your muscles, and your nerves to their protective coverings. When you're low in sulfur, that matrix starts to loosen. You may feel more stiffness. Your joints may feel like they're not holding together properly. You might feel weakness, not because your muscles are failing, but because the supporting tissue around them has deteriorated. Sulfur is also needed for the creation of glutathione, which is your body's most powerful internal antioxidant. Why does that matter? Because free radicals, the damaging molecules from pollution, stress, processed food, and aging, attack collagen and break it down. Without glutathione and other antioxidants, you're in a losing battle. But guess what? By eating sulfur-rich veggies, you're not just helping your body make collagen, you're also helping it protect what it already has. And that brings me to the next major player, zinc. Zinc is a trace mineral that acts like a foreman on a construction site. It tells your body where to build, how fast to build, and helps repair damage. Without enough zinc, your collagen breaks down faster than your body can replace it. This is especially important for wound healing, muscle regeneration, and nerve repair. People with zinc deficiency often experience poor balance, neuropathy, and delayed recovery after even small injuries. Now, here's something many people overlook: magnesium. Magnesium is like the conductor of your body's electrical system. It supports over 300 biochemical reactions, including those needed to relax your muscles, keep your nerves firing properly, and help regulate calcium and potassium, which are needed for nerve signaling and muscle contractions. If you're low in magnesium, and believe me, most people over the age of 60 are, your muscles will cramp, your hands might go numb, and your legs may feel heavy or jittery. Magnesium also helps prevent the calcification of soft tissues, something that becomes a big problem as we age. Without magnesium, calcium can settle into joints and tissues where it doesn't belong, making everything feel tighter, stiffer, more painful. But with the right magnesium levels, your body can direct minerals where they belong, into the bones, not your soft tissue. And that means less pain, better movement, and fewer strange sensations like tingling or tightness. And let's not forget silica, found in vegetables like cucumbers and celery. Silica strengthens the connective tissues that hold your body together. It helps build resilience in your joints, elasticity in your skin, and smoothness in your muscle movement. It's often missing in today's diets, yet it plays a crucial role in keeping collagen fibers organized and strong. If you've noticed more joint cracking, sagging skin, or muscle weakness, this could be a missing link. These nutrients, vitamin C, sulfur, zinc, magnesium, and silica, are your body's collagen construction crew. They don't work alone. They support one another. They amplify each other's effects. And when they're all present, when your meals are full of color, flavor, and variety, your body becomes a repair machine. Your hands stop tingling, your legs stop aching, your grip strengthens, your walk stabilizes. But if they're missing, if you're living on processed foods, sugar, caffeine, and meat with no vegetables, the breakdown accelerates. The nerves become more inflamed, the muscles more fatigued, the joints more painful. You're not just aging, you're starving your healing process. I want you to understand something. Healing isn't magic. It's not about finding some miracle drug. It's about giving your body what it was designed to work with. Real, whole, powerful nutrition. And that nutrition starts with vegetables. The kind you slice, steam, stir fry, or blend into a smoothie. The kind that still comes with color, water, life, and energy. If you're serious about reversing the symptoms you're feeling, if you want to get your strength back, stop the numbness, stop the weakness, you have to stop looking outside your body and start looking within it. Your body has every ability to restore itself when you provide the right fuel. And that fuel comes from those very nutrients we've talked about, not from bottles, not from powders, but from the produce section of your grocery store. So, my friend, when you sit down at your next meal, I want you to ask yourself, am I eating to survive or am I eating to heal? Choose the foods that bring collagen to life. Choose the vegetables that support your nerves, your muscles, and your joints. Choose to rebuild, one forkful at a time. Because the difference between suffering and strength could be as simple as what's on your plate. There's something that many people get wrong when it comes to health. They think it's only about what you eat. But let me tell you a powerful truth. How you eat matters just as much. You could be eating all the right vegetables, full of vitamins and minerals, and still not feel the results you want in your hands, your legs, your joints, or your nerves. Why? Because your body doesn't just need the nutrients, it needs to be able to absorb, activate, and utilize them properly. You see, eating nutrient-rich foods is just the first step. The next, and often overlooked, step is making sure those nutrients are actually being digested, absorbed into your bloodstream, and delivered where they need to go. That's where your eating habits, food combinations, and preparation methods come into play. Let me give you an example. We've talked a lot about vegetables like kale, broccoli, bell peppers, and spinach. Vegetables that are full of vitamin C, magnesium, antioxidants, and collagen-supporting compounds. But here's something you might not know. Many of the nutrients in those vegetables, especially the fat-soluble ones like vitamin A, vitamin E, and certain carotenoids, need healthy fats to be absorbed effectively. That's right. Without fat, your body can't grab onto those nutrients and pull them into the bloodstream. It's like trying to wash oil off your hands with just water. It won't work. Fat acts like the shuttle that carries those powerful plant compounds into your system. So when you're eating your vegetables completely dry, no olive oil, no avocado, no natural fats, you're leaving a lot of healing power on the table. That's why I recommend pairing your cooked or raw vegetables with a small amount of healthy fat. Think extra virgin olive oil, a few slices of avocado, a handful of nuts or seeds, or even some wild-caught salmon or pasture-raised eggs. If you eat animal products, these aren't just flavor boosters, they're nutrient activators. Let's take it a step further. Cooking methods also make a big difference. If you boil vegetables to the point of mush, you're destroying some of the most delicate vitamins, especially vitamin C. Overheating can rob your food of the very nutrients you're trying to nourish your body with. But if you lightly steam, saute, or roast your vegetables at low temperatures, you can preserve more of their nutritional value while also making some nutrients like beta-carotene and lycopene more bioavailable. That means your body can use them more efficiently to build and repair collagen, strengthen nerves, and reduce inflammation in your legs and hands. Now let's talk about digestion, because even if you're eating perfectly and cooking smart, if your digestive system is sluggish or inflamed, you're still not going to reap the benefits. As we age, our stomach acid naturally declines. That means we're not breaking down food as thoroughly. Proteins aren't digested as well. Minerals like magnesium and zinc become harder to absorb, and the result, you may feel bloated after eating vegetables. Or worse, you might be eating clean and still feel tired, weak, or in pain. So what's the solution? First, slow down while you eat. Chew your food thoroughly. Digestion begins in the mouth. When you chew properly, your saliva starts breaking down carbohydrates and sends signals to your stomach to get ready for digestion. If you're gulping your food in a rush, your body misses those signals. It's like trying to start a car with no key. Second, consider adding a small amount of apple cider vinegar in water before meals, especially if you experience gas, bloating, or indigestion. It can help gently restore stomach acid and improve mineral absorption, which in turn supports collagen formation. Always check with your healthcare provider, of course, but this simple step has helped thousands of my patients over the years. And let's not forget the importance of hydration. Your body needs water not just to function, but to move nutrients, oxygen, and waste in and out of cells. Collagen synthesis takes place in cells, and when those cells are dehydrated, everything slows down. Your joints feel stiffer, your legs feel heavier, your muscles fatigue faster, so make it a habit to drink water throughout the day, especially between meals, and reduce your intake of dehydrating drinks like soda, coffee, and alcohol. But there's something else that plays a critical role in collagen production that people rarely talk about, and that's movement. Yes, physical activity. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights, but even gentle, consistent movement helps your body absorb nutrients better. It stimulates blood flow, which means more oxygen and nutrients are being delivered to your nerves, your skin, your muscles, and your collagen-producing cells. When you move, even if it's a 10-minute walk after meals, your body becomes more efficient. Digestion improves, circulation improves, collagen gets activated, nutrients get where they need to go. That's the natural rhythm your body was designed for. Eat, move, absorb, heal, repeat. And here's one more tip. Timing matters too. Your body is more insulin sensitive earlier in the day, and digestion is strongest when your circadian rhythm is aligned with your meals. That means having your most nutrient-rich meals with those powerful vegetables during the daylight hours, not late at night. Late night eating often leads to poor digestion, incomplete nutrient absorption, and more inflammation. And that can absolutely affect how well your body rebuilds tissue overnight. When you're trying to rebuild your health, especially your collagen levels, every detail matters. What you eat, how you cook it, what you pair it with, when you eat, and how you live around your meals. These are the levers you can pull every single day to accelerate healing and reduce symptoms. Your tingling hands, your weak legs, your aching joints, these aren't random, they're signals. And once you start combining your food in smarter ways, eating veggies with healthy fats, cooking gently, hydrating fully, moving regularly, you'll notice those signals begin to quiet down. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention. It's about approaching your meals like a form of therapy, using each bite to support your body, not sabotage it. When you eat mindfully, combine foods wisely, and support your digestion and circulation, you become the architect of your own healing. And what a beautiful thing that is. You're not waiting for a doctor to fix you. You're not depending on a pill. You're stepping into your power with your fork, your feet, your choices, and rebuilding your health from the inside out. So next time you prepare your plate, think like a healer. Don't just throw some food together and hope it helps. Be deliberate. Add that olive oil. Saute your greens lightly. Walk after your meal. Sip water slowly. And remember, you are not just feeding your hunger, you are feeding your future. Every small step, every thoughtful bite, every gentle motion is a vote for healing. And when you stack those votes, day after day, the results will show up, not just in how you feel, but in how you live. People often ask me, Dr. Gardner, is it really possible to reverse these symptoms, the tingling in my hands, the weakness in my legs, the stiffness in my joints, without surgery, without medications? And I always tell them this: yes, absolutely yes. But it doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't come from just doing one big thing once in a while. It comes from doing the small things consistently, every single day. Let me be real with you. Healing isn't a one-time event. It's a process, a journey, a series of quiet decisions that add up over time. And here's the beautiful part. Your body wants to heal. It's trying to heal right now, even when you're in pain, even when your energy is low, even when you feel like nothing's working. Underneath the surface, your body is trying its best. It just needs your help. And that help doesn't come in the form of a miracle pill or a secret supplement. It comes from small daily changes that supply your body with the fuel and support it's been missing. Think about it this way. If your roof was leaking, would you wait until it collapsed to fix it? No, you'd patch the hole one shingle at a time. That's exactly how your body works. Collagen production, nerve regeneration, muscle strengthening. It doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens in layers. Quietly, gradually, one day at a time. Let's talk about your nerves. Those strange sensations in your hands and feet, that tingling, that numbness, that dull ache, those are signs your nerve endings are irritated, inflamed, or undernourished. Your nerves are whispering to you, help me. And what do they need? Nutrients, oxygen, blood flow. protection. That all comes from a healthy lifestyle, especially from what you put on your plate each day. When you eat foods that promote collagen production, leafy greens, colorful vegetables, garlic, tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're feeding your nerves, you're rebuilding the myelin sheath that protects your nerve fibers, you're reducing inflammation, you're restoring communication between your brain and your limbs, and over time those whispers of pain or numbness begin to fade, your hands feel stronger, your legs feel more stable, you start to feel alive again. But here's the key, it only works if you do it consistently. Not once a week, not just when you remember, every single day. You see, healing isn't dramatic, it's quiet discipline, it's choosing spinach instead of bread, it's choosing water instead of soda, it's choosing to move your body when you'd rather sit, and every time you do that, you're casting a vote for healing, a vote for strength, a vote for longevity. Now, I know it's easy to get discouraged. Maybe you've tried eating healthy before and didn't feel any different after a few days. That's normal, but I want you to imagine a faucet dripping onto a stone. One drop doesn't do much, but day after day, that drip wears a groove into solid rock. That's the power of small actions repeated consistently. That's the kind of power you have right now. Let's talk about your legs for a moment. If your legs feel heavy, weak, or shaky, that's a sign of collagen breakdown, nerve dysfunction, and often poor blood flow. But here's something you need to know. Your body is always repairing. Every time you walk, your blood flows a little better. Every time you eat a meal filled with vitamin C and sulfur-rich vegetables, you supply your cells with what they need to repair damaged tissues. Every time you stretch, take deep breaths, drink water, or even sleep, your body is healing. You just have to get out of your own way and support the process. Now, you might say, but Dr. Gardner, I've had these symptoms for years. How can a few vegetables change that? My answer is simple, because healing doesn't care about time. The moment you start giving your body what it needs, it starts working for you. And the older you are, the more you need this approach, because years of wear and tear require more intention and care. But I promise you, if you stay consistent, your body will respond. This is not about being perfect. It's not about following a strict diet or never having your favorite foods again. It's about shifting your baseline, moving from inflammation to nourishment, from neglect to care, from degeneration to regeneration. And you do that with your daily actions, your choices around food, hydration, movement, rest, and stress. Let me share something powerful with you. There was a woman I worked with, 68 years old, used to suffer from severe leg cramps and numb fingers. She thought it was just age catching up, but we made simple changes. She started eating a handful of leafy greens each day, added bell peppers and garlic to her meals, replaced processed snacks with cucumber slices, drank water regularly, walked 15 minutes after dinner, and within 6 weeks, the cramps were gone. The tingling had reduced by 80%. She had more energy, more balance, and most importantly, more hope. Not because she did something extreme, but because she did the right things consistently. That's the message I want you to take with you. You have the power. No matter your age, no matter your symptoms, no matter how long it's been, you can nourish your body back to strength. You can say goodbye to tingling hands and weak legs, but it won't come from waiting. It comes from daily action. So here's what I want you to do. Starting today, not tomorrow, not next week, I want you to choose one thing to change. Just one. Maybe you start adding spinach to your breakfast. Maybe you drink 2 extra glasses of water. Maybe you cook your vegetables in olive oil instead of overboiling them. That one thing done daily will create momentum. And once it becomes a habit, you add another, then another. And before you know it, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Because healing doesn't come in a pill bottle. It doesn't come in a rush. It comes from the quiet commitment to your own health. One choice, one step, one day at a time. And I'll tell you what, your body will thank you. Your hands will steady, your legs will strengthen, your joints will move easier, your mind will clear, and that energy you thought you'd lost, it comes back, slowly, quietly, powerfully. You don't need to do everything, you just need to start. And if you stay consistent, if you stay kind to your body and committed to the process, you will get better, you will feel stronger, you will heal. So go make that first choice right now, because the smallest step taken with purpose will take you further than the biggest step you never take.